explain to everyone the difference between smoking versus like traditional barbecuing.
Well, traditional barbecue is grilling.
Yeah.
And like we can say all this, everybody always say like, oh no, traditional barbecue is smoking. No, you go back to the days, all they had was grills. They were smoking some places, but all you had is grills. You go back to when I was young, all you had was Weber grills and open grill and all that. Smoking was always done in the South, but most of the United States was grilling, you know. So grilling is directly over coals.
Yes.
Smoking is indirect. Ain't no coals touching you,
Uh-huh.
you know. So it's you got a firebox, you got your meat in your cooking chamber, and all you got is smoke coming through there.
Okay, so the briquettes and everything are somewhere in a different area,
Yeah.
and they just you keep
your
them
smoke
hot,
pot.
and then just the steam and the smoke.
The steam and the smoke
That's
is
what makes
cooking
the
the
meat.
So like when you're grilling, like you can grill a rib in an hour and a half. On a smoke, it's gonna take 3.5, 4 hours.
Okay, that long.
And don't get me wrong, I still like grilled ribs. I still like Woody's barbecue
Yeah.
and Phillips and all that to this day.
Yeah.
But we do it, like I say, we do it low and slow like a 6-4. That's how we do it. That's how we get in.
So it takes about 4 hours to smoke.
About 3.5, 4 hours.
3.5,
for some
4
ribs.
hours. Do you ever go longer? Is there like a longer 12-hour smoking
Brisket
process?
is like 15 hours.
15 hours
So
for
we
the
have
brisket.
pit masters that come in tonight that smoke brisket all night. Brisket and pork shoulder all night.
So they come in, they put it in the smoker, and then tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow, so they'll get in, they'll put brisket on at 6.
Okay.
And then they'll be here till 6 in the morning. They got to wrap, because we wrap our briskets, get them back on, and then when the staff comes in at 8, they take them off.
Aha. Okay. Long process.
Long process. But let Vlad look at that side of it. Tell me what it say. You know you had to keep it gangster.
Low and slow like a 6'4". I'll put the 6'4" Impala on the map.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted a 6'4" Impala.
Yes, sir.
After Eazy-E rapped about it.
Yeah.
Okay, you got one?
Yeah, I do. Well, my cousin got one. I just use it. And then my
Okay.
guy Primo, who was in there, he's the classic car guy. 59, 64s, all that.
Love it. So this is the newest smoker right
This
here.
is the newest one. That thing right there holds about 75 briskets.
75.
Yeah.
How much something like this run to make?
This is just about 40,000.
40,000.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have, this is the big one, but you have three.
Yeah, so
smokers,
you have 2
right?
old hickories, and then we have the M&M, which the M&M is what we rolling with from here on out.
Okay.
This one is just straight up wood, and they have this airflow system that does the same thing, but when the temperature goes down, this opens up to let more fresh air in there to keep your temperature right. But it's no gas. And let me show you how big. Come show them how big it is.
Yep.
So we use this part-time for the Monterey studio bomb.
Okay. I don't know about all that, but I didn't hear that.
Go ahead. You ready?
Yep.
So this is all, but look, let me let y'all step in there and look how big that is. Look
It goes all the way back.
all the way back. So this can hold like 75 briskets.
This is the rotisserie right here.
So with the rotisserie, even though we still base, you know, when you have it full of brisket, it's self-based. The top one's based and they drip on the other brisket.
Oh.
So when we have when it's full of briskets, they self-base. So briskets drip as they cook, the fat as it renders. And so on here, when it's full, all they do is just baste each other.
Ah, so the juice pretty much is the meat underneath,
Yes.
and it just keeps going.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
So what's next for you? You got how many restaurants now? Is it 2 or 3?
3.
3 restaurants right
Yeah.
now. Do you plan on having more of a chain situation?
Yeah,
or?
we working on some things. You know, we working on some things. We got some irons in the fire.
Yeah. Any other regions? Any East Coast? Down south?
We might do something down south. Texas been big, and I got a little spot with people I work with at the harbor where I live at out on the lake that I just hang out with sometimes.
Yeah.
So we working on some things out there.
Well, Kevin, man, congratulations on opening a business that's very hard to open.
Thanks, man.
You know,
Appreciate
everyone
it.
tries to open up a restaurant at some
Appreciate
point. You know what I mean? Every athlete, you know, every entertainer, they have an auntie who cooks or a
Yeah.
cousin who
Yeah.
can throw down in the kitchen. They realize very quickly that just because you like to eat food or like to cook food doesn't mean that you know how to open up a restaurant.
It's tough.
It's
tough.
always, it just seems like the hardest kind of business because it's real time. The food is going bad as soon as you purchase it. You don't know how many people are coming in. You know, you gotta make it taste exactly the same way
Consistent
every
all the
single
time,
time.
yeah.
You don't want to come in February and have it taste different in March.
Real talk.
You know, you want it to taste exactly the same. I heard that's one of the hardest things to do in a
That is
restaurant.
the hardest part. I remember somebody told me like he said, man, we're running this business and stuff. I'm working 75 hours a week. I said, fool, you working part-time. You know what I mean? You working part-time.
Yeah.
Like, I remember 8 years without an off day.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, if you're not gonna come in with that passion and knowing what you gotta do because you're trying to get to a certain point, then don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. And you gotta have real people around you. I'm sorry. I have real people around me that say, oh no, that sucked. Go back to the drawing board. You can't have yes man.
Yeah.
Before I opened up, I had real people testing my food, all that. My granny, my auntie, my family, my kids, everybody was my guinea pigs.
Right.
And you gotta get better, because if you got real folks around, you're gonna get better.
I mean, you mentioned Mac 10 is close to the family.
Yeah.
And you've had interactions with some of the other guys from Compton, like
Grew
the
up with
N.W.A
Dre,
guys.
Grew up with Dre, grew up with Eazy, all of them.
Oh, you knew Eazy growing
Yeah,
up.
oh yeah.
Any cool stories with Eazy?
I mean, just Eazy. Eazy was easy.
Eazy was easy.
Eric is there. Anytime it was SWAT, I was DJing a lot of things. He would show up at a lot of things. He always supported. Got much love for his son, young Eazy. I mess with him right
Lil
now.
Eazy.
And
Yep.
we
I've
all
interviewed
good.
him.
Compton is a small town.
Yeah.
People don't understand that. Everybody in Compton know everybody.
Yeah.
That's why you can't bullshit. Everybody know everybody in Compton. So especially back in them days.
Well, you got to hand it to Eazy-E, because I grew up in the Bay, and that was the first time I ever heard of Compton.
Yeah.
When
yeah.
Eazy Does It came out,
Yeah.
and he was even joking around calling it Compton, Michigan, and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like,
Saying he was 14 years
He was
old.
14 years old, exactly. But that he completely put Compton on the map.
Yes. Yeah.
Totally. To
Yeah.
this day, when you think of gangster music, Compton's usually the first
he
name.
really put West Coast rap on the map.
Yeah.
When I was in college, it was the LA Dream Team.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Uncle Jam's Army.
Uncle Jam's Army.
Egyptian Lover.
Egyptian Lover,
That whole,
you
that
know.
whole electro wave.
Yeah. Totally different, but you know, hey, it came a long
Yeah,
way.
World Class
but-
Wrecking Crew was part of that
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
And then
That's when
Eazy
Dre
came-
was with them.
Exactly.
Dudos and all that. You know,
Exactly.
back in the day. But I remember, I tell people this all the time, and I don't be trying to, this is my opinion. I really feel like West Coast rap saved rap. To me, because
I
it
can
took
see
it
that.
to,
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. They didn't give us they wasn't giving them no respect back then.
Yeah.
Till N.W.A. came out.
Yes.
And then a lot of big names still wasn't giving no, East Coast wasn't playing the music, all that.
Right.
You know, but a lot of people was tired of the beatbox. When they came out, started saying, you know, you DJ and started sampling, you think this one song is coming on, Daz, Confunction, or something like that is coming on. And then it's a rap song.
Exactly.
That changed the game.
Of course.
You know,
Yeah, Dre was a genius at that.
a genius.
A genius.
So,
Well,
and I think about funk, and funk played out to a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
Rap would never play out.
Right. Still going strong. The number one genre in the world to this day. Who would have thunk it?
Who
You
would've
know what I
thought?
mean? Who would have thought?
If I could rap, I'd be the biggest studio gangster in the world, but I can't rap.